Welcome to No Strings Attached Street Ministry. Well, I know I've been on a long sabbatical, you could say, from YouTube. It's been a while. I think the biggest thing, well, I'll be honest with you, I've been struggling a lot with YouTube. Some of the channels that I watch is being really ripped apart, and demonetized and everything else, because of their so-called speech, whatever. I don't think it's right, of how they treated some of the body of YouTube. YouTube to me was always somewhere where I could come and be my creation and let people know who I am, and to share and to show you the things that I love and the things that touch my heart. And you get into religion, talking about religion and Christianity and things, the world is just, just totally against that these days. And they do nothing but just beat you half to death. A couple of the videos that I had couldn't even be monetized. So I just deleted them. It's like, a lot of, it seems like I can't show my passion. Everyone else gets to show their passions on life. But everything that I'm passionate about, YouTube don't allow. Or they frown upon. You got to realize, the only videos that I've ever done in the past was all about my ministry. And YouTube would never show my videos. I would have sometimes 10, 15 views after years of them being up. And no one could ever see those, and if they're not being seen, how could I ever have a chance of ever even building an audience? So then I said, okay, well, what relates to my videos that the world likes, is my ministry is a ministry that's on the road, and I live in a van running my ministry. So I when I'm out on the road, I am in my van, and I'm living in my van and out of my van, and I go through the same troubles and trials just about any other YouTuber out there does that's living in their van. And all of a sudden, then I started talking about those. Made a couple videos about those. I made one video where I saw a lot of people getting discouraged, in their videos, and about depression and giving up because they're having to live in a van. Living in a van is not the easiest task a person could ever do. I'll be honest with you. Is it wonderful? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. There's some beautiful things about that, about the travel, the cheapness in travel. That's the reason that I was there, is because my ministry was running on basically fumes, and that I had to make it stretch as much as I could, so everything that I had coming in that I could give to the ministry, was basically enough to just barely cover the gas. So I struggled with that a lot, and went on and just did my best with what I had. But then there was a lot of tough times with that. A lot of soul searching goes on when you're living in the van. You experience a lot of things. You experience just flat out joy and miracles. You experience the true nature of people out there in the world, the beauty of the people, and how accommodating and loving they are to you. People only want to hear, but the thing is, media and everybody only wants to hear the bad things. They want to hear about just how bad it is or how dangerous it is to travel the United States. Honestly, I've traveled hundreds of thousands of miles across the city of across these cities and towns in this whole entire nation. There's only three states that I have not been to, and one that totally at the one extreme and one totally at the other extreme end, and one so far out that I'd have to go through other continents just to get to it. But anyway, and it's just aggravating, to see and hear people talk about how dangerous it is and how bad it is and how the bad towns and everything. I have literally been in and stopped in just about every bad town across this nation, pretty much, and different parts of this country that would, if you would listen to the media, you would be shaking in your boots for me and for my safety. And honestly, I've never had one bad encounter. I mean, I've had a few crazy people, but that's crazy people. They're not everywhere, but they're there in existence. But as long as you're wise to the worlds and you understand what is really out there, it's easy to avoid that. And plus, living in a van, you can easily just start your van up and drive away. You're not stuck there. So if I get one hint of trouble, it's started up and drive off. I don't care if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's easy just to move, a mile down the street, and then you reinvent your whole life again, and you're back into normalcy. But I don't know. It just aggravates me. What aggravates me is how YouTube sort of restricts what they'll show you or what you're allowed to show. And everything that's inside of me and all my passions, the things that give me reason to talk, is really, really low on YouTube's list, you could say. I mean, even if it's just sharing my music. I'm so passionate about music. I love doing cover music. I love doing other artists. I love, singing their songs and doing my best to. I always felt it to be a compliment to them, to be able to sing their song and to be able to do a great job. Even the artists would even be proud of listening and saying, hey, that guy just sang my song and did a fairly good job of it. I mean, I think I'm okay. I think I do very well, or try my best anyway to do that. But the thing is it's somewhere that I can reach deep into my soul and give you a part of me. But yet, I can't monetize those. And they do what they call a limited monetize, but they kill the video. I mean, they don't even get shown. People don't even see them. I mean, my first little clans that are, that are on my bell list, that actually follow me, they go and see them, I'm sure. They get to see them, but you know what? A day or two later, the video is killed, and there's no other views ever to see it again. So that's pretty aggravating, when and it's just like someone takes a knife and sticks the balloon in your sail, It just lets all the air out of you. Because you have no reason to even try anymore, I mean, only thing I've ever asked from YouTube was to let me get some of my videos out there to where I can get monetized and where I could at least help pay the gas for my travels. I can do that for around $1,000 a month. That's not very much money, guys. It's not at all. I mean, I've tried to reach out even in my ministry, to get people to help me along the way, my churches and stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's been a few that has helped me tremendously, and I appreciate each and every one of those guys. But even with their donations was just barely making it together. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do even half of what I was able to do. But I still would spend a lot of money doing this. You got to realize I was spending anywhere from probably $2,000 to $3,000 a month, doing this, just to keep going. I was driving a lot of miles. I was visiting a lot of places. You got to realize when my van gets basically 10 miles a gallon, and I'm driving hundreds of thousand miles a year, figure it out. You know, you can see what it costs to travel that much, especially with tires and you name it, and all the costs of expenses, and driving an old van with a lot of miles on it. You know, there's a lot of things that, you know, start to fall apart, and you got to keep them fixed up. But you know, the cost is it's just great. But even my Christian brothers and sisters that I thought would support me in this ministry, even they don't even have a heart to do so. You know, it's like, you know, and it just became a competition of like, well, I'm not worthy of even their dollars, you know, to help, you know, to do God's work. So I kept the ministry back basically I moved it back into more of a personal ministry, to where I did what I could do, what I can afford to do as what I do, and I do everything I can, and I stopped basically promoting or talking about the ministry, because all I got was just a bunch of hassles and comments that, you know, just go back in some of my videos, you'll see the kind of comments that were there, you know, about, you know, I'm just there as a gold digger, and I'm just there to get their few dollars and all that, and, you know, I'm an e-beggar and all that. I'm done with that nonsense. So if someone wants to help me, they know how to get a hold of me, they know how to send to me, they know my PayPal, they know everything about me. I've got a lot of videos across my whole page, and all they got to do is message me, and I'll be glad to give them the information if they did. From this point on, I'm done with all that. And if it doesn't mean that, you know, that my heart continues to grow cold towards YouTube, unfortunately, it might even be the end of my channel on YouTube. But you know, why waste my time if no one can see me or no one can follow me, and I can't build my channel? I don't see a purpose in that. I'm not going to sell my soul to the devil of doing stupid videos with babes with, you know, with bikini shots half off and half on, you know, just to get a few dollars in AdSense. You know, I don't understand why even the girls that do this, you know, do it. I mean, you know, think about what they do for that, you know, for that dollar. That's just totally ridiculous in my eyes. You know, is it really worth that? No. I mean, you know, when you can find go in, I've been researching in YouTube and the different things and watching different things and different styles of videos and things. You watch a yoga video of a cute little girl doing yoga, laying on the floor, flopping around like a dead fish. Lasts for 4 minutes, and they've got 1 million views. Seriously? But here I come out and I give my soul's wisdom that can change someone's life, that has changed people's lives, and my video gets 200. There's just something wrong with that. Or I sing the most beautiful song I could possibly ever sing to somebody. Now you go on to the regular artist, and their videos are getting 14, 15, 10, 20 million views. I do it as a cover. I get shot down in 2 days, and my videos get maybe 100 views. So it just, you see what I'm saying? It just sort of knocks the wind out of you. You know, you can't. And it's not about the views to me, but at least not for the reason other people would think that the views are important. I want to see people being blessed by my efforts. Why give my effort if no one's helped to see? It's like talking to myself in a closet. Yeah. He said, go out in the world and make disciples of men. How can I make a disciple out of man if no one is listening? So the only avenue that I have to do that is my ministry, and that's what I do in my ministry. But, you know, I'm trying my best to, you know, to entertain and to give videos and things that, you know, or to give something that people would love to see. I do my best. I'm not perfect in any way. I mean, I can understand. I mean, I'm a 58-year-old man. Who wants to see a 58-year-old man video? I don't know. Maybe that's the point. Maybe I am all just washed up. I don't know. Maybe I got too high of expectations. But you know what? And then the day of the life, is that what it's called? The day in the life video? Who would want to see that video of me? You want to see me wake up, scratching my hind end, yawning, coughing my head off every morning when I get up because I smoke? It's not very pretty. Actually it's very gross and disgusting. I brush my teeth. That would be interesting, because all I got to do is pull them out and scrub them down with a wire brush and stick them back in. It's that easy. I mean, I guess it's a lot easier to. I guess I could be more detailed on how to brush a tooth. I could show you the whole tooth anyway, how to get down in the gums and all that. Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe that would be some comedy, I guess you could say. Who knows? But I don't know. You just gotta laugh with me, I guess. I mean, I laugh at myself. Trust me. And I'm not a grumpy person. Everyone thinks I'm so grumpy all the time. I'm really not. I'm probably one of the most free-loving people you would ever meet in person. I love life. I'm totally infatuated with life. I love people. I do every single day of my life. I do everything to try to find beauty and find love. Passing it out, even if it's looking in a mirror, looking back at myself. If that's all I have to do, and to be able to see God's beauty and His love, especially for the world, then that's what I'll look at, and that's what I'll admire for that day. But all you have to do is open your eyes, and you can see it all around you at any time during the day or night. It's there. You just have to be willing to see that. And that's what I try to share, and to teach others to do as well. Because I know it's just, there's so much evil and negative, in this world. And so much demonizing and just people down. And I live with a negative person in my life every day. This person wakes up in the morning and is negative from the very first word said to the very last word said of the day. And it's nothing but negativity. Always negativity. And I just drove a stake right in my heart. And then the people would always say, well, you always hear the myths of the religion in the Bible. It's all about karma, or you do good, good comes back. Trust me, good does not come back. You do good, be willing to pay a price for that good, because for that good to make any manifestation in this world, you're going to pay a price, and you're going to endure pain by doing it. If you're not willing to endure pain, don't even attempt it, because I trust you. You will pay a price, and you will pay the pain for it. It's all a lie. Jesus didn't say He was going to give me everything in this world. The only promise He made to me is when things get tough, He promises not to abandon me, that He'll be right there with me as I walk through the fire every day. And that's what I learned to love, is that confidence, knowing that He's right there, and He'll help me fight any battle that I face. And if not, He'll put joy so deep and so perished in my heart, even if I'm crying because of the pain, I can still feel the joy. It's not about happiness. He doesn't guarantee me happiness. He guarantees me joy. There's a difference. I'm joyful because I know where I'm from. I'm joyful because I know who my Father is. I'm joyful because even through my pain, He's there to comfort me. And I'm joyful to know that that will never be taken away from me, ever. But anyway, that's preaching. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to preach on YouTube. I'd probably get demonetized anyway. But anyway, God bless each and one of you. I just want to let you know that I am okay. I know a lot of people, sent me messages wondering if I'm doing all right, and I hadn't seen me in a while. I'm doing okay. I'm out of content. I have nothing to talk about that fits within their realm. I mean, I get suggestions from time to time about things to do. You know, hey Jim, show us how to shit in your toilet on the road, or how to park at night, or park during the day. Well, I park during the day, I pull into a spot, I turn the truck on, and then I'm parked. I don't know how to. Besides, there's 5,000 videos of those out there on YouTube. Who's to say I'm going to be able to get any of those views? I don't know. You see what I mean? Sure, I can teach you anything that Bob Wells can teach you. I've known it all before I ever even been a part of this community. And I am a survivor, and I can do anything and everything that you could possibly think of. I have a very good answer to all of the questions. I've lived life the hard way. I've learned from all those hard knocks. Trust me. That's why I have that wisdom inside of me, because I've lived through it. But you know what? There's 5,000 other, and then there's other people that know how to edit, and they can give the same message that I can give, and they can edit into a pretty video, and they have the better following. So, you know, they have more people watching their videos. So why should I bother? I'm a nobody. You know what I mean? I don't have that message. And in my religion, I don't have that kind of mentality, because I know that I'm not here to preach to the masses or to the hundreds or millions. That I know that's who I am. God tells me to save the world one at a time, if that's what I have to do. To go find his lost flock. I'm the one that he sends out for the one that got lost, leaving behind the 100, just like he did with me. I mean, he left his flock to come find me in the mud. And I asked him, you know, the day I got saved, I said, Lord, just give me the chance to do just that for one person, to fulfill the promise that I promised to you. And that's all that I have to do. And you know what? Once I said that, he's given me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I mean, as many as I can physically talk to every day, I'm more available to do so. And he'll make sure they find me some way, even if it's picking up the phone and them calling me. I do a lot of ministry on my phone. I probably talk to guys on the phone and girls probably 6 to 8 hours every day. Mostly that's at nighttime, when I'm not really doing anything else but just sitting around. But then during the day, I'm talking to people at parks, at wherever I'm at. I was even if it's in Walmart, find someone, walk across someone in the middle of the aisle, strike up a conversation. Before you know it, we're in a deep conversation. I mean, I just have an ability with people to gain their trust, I guess, for them to talk to. But you know what? They realize, they understand that I have passion for them, and I have compassion for their troubles. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help them, because my job is to show them agape love. Anyway, that's my story, guys. I know it's been a long video, 23 minutes. Maybe that's why no one watches my videos. I mean, you're all probably already gone anyway. But anyway, God bless each one of you. Thanks for coming by. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, or whatever they expect us to do. Hit the little bell thing. You'll get more of my videos. I'll probably come up and start making more videos and get out of my slump. But I don't know. It's almost been like it's been just a little bit of a protest, you can say. But I'll get back. I'm sure I will, because my passion's with you guys as well. And even though it's just a few that see my videos, I still love each one of you deeply and from the bottom of my heart. So God bless each one of you. Thank you. Have a great day.